Saturday, October 19th, and you are watching You Don't Watch Sports. We are the show that will cover 3 topics to get you across your sports conversation. Just 3 easy topics brought to you by lovers, not experts. We're casual fans just like you, and we're here to help you out. Omari, what do you got to say to the people? How was your week in sports?
My week in sports overall was good. I mean, there was a downside to it. You know, that the Panthers are now 0 and I think 5, 0 and 6, one of the two. Winless still on the season.
That's true. But hey,
I
guarantee you that they won't lose this week.
You know what? I'll take you up on that. I agree. Because it's a bye week. That's the only way they're not losing this season. But they were playing the Dolphins. I kind of expected them to lose. I fell asleep. I was in the car on the way home from my vacation. I know you and Ibn held it down last weekend. I was in the car.
Shout out
on the
to
way
Ibn.
home,
Thanks for the help.
And I fell asleep when the game started because I didn't want to be awake as the Dolphins ran it up. And halftime, I wake up and they're like, "Would you believe us if we said the Panthers went up 14-0?" No. Because apparently the Panthers came out strong and then just beat down. But yeah, aside from that, weekend was fine. Nice bourbon out of it.
Nice. Wonderful. Well, I'm glad you're back in action in the hot seat. I would say we couldn't do it without you, but Ibn held it down pretty hard.
He held it down pretty hard.
Shout out to Ibn. Little bonus topic. We can keep it short and sweet. Will the Carolina Panthers win a game?
I'm going to say yes. You ask me in 3 weeks, I may say no. But if I'm being honest, yes.
All right.
The pessimist in me wants to say no.
We'll keep in the NFL for topic number 1.
All right.
In my opinion, or at least what I'm looking at this weekend, for me, the game of the week in the NFL is the defending NFC champion, the Philadelphia Eagles, versus I'm going to say our show's team that we declared in episode 1 of this series. 2 is Miami Dolphins.
I'm down with that.
So I'm throwing everything at you here, Omari. I want to know who you got in the game. I want to know who is most important. Who's most important in, like, which team for this game is more important to them? Does that?
All right. Yeah.
I'm not wording that right.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Who's got more to prove? The ESPN topic. Who does this game matter to more? The Eagles or the Dolphins?
Exactly. Who's it matter to more? And then I'm giving you one pick. Are you taking Tua? Or are you taking Jalen Hurts?
All right. So
give me all of them.
Yeah. All right. So the first question was what? Because I know the second was who does it matter to more?
Let's start with who this game matters to the most.
Who this game matters to the most? Coming off of last week, I'm gonna say the Dolphins. I think they've only lost to the Bills this season, which is another strong team. But coming off of last week and coming off of the season they've had so far, I think people know who the Dolphins are and that the Dolphins are real. The Eagles just lost to, I believe it was the Browns. They lost to either the Browns or the Jets. They lost to someone they got no business losing to.
Correct.
At this time. And it primarily lost because, if I remember correctly, because of the defense. Yeah, because of the defense the Jets were playing that game.
Yeah.
The Dolphins defense, nothing to really sneeze at. But they're also not the most elite of defenses. But I feel like the Eagles, if you really want, because I think everybody sees both these teams as serious threats. But if I had to pick one that has more to prove, one just lost, one beat a team they should beat, one lost to a team they should beat. I'm saying Eagles. Eagles needed more as that statement.
I support that. However, I'm going to say you're wrong.
Okay.
Only because the collective record for the opponents so far this season of the Miami Dolphins is 5-24. They have not played a real team. I love the Miami Dolphins. They're flying all over they're swimming all over the field, and Tua's amazing, likely MVP, like number one MVP candidate right now. You got I'm blanking on the name, Tyreek Hill. You got Tyreek Hill running all over the field like a madman, but they like you said, they're beating teams that they're supposed to beat. Yes, the Eagles had a bad week last week in losing to a Jets team that they shouldn't have lost to, although that defense is incredible. I mean,
great defense.
That's why they were ahead in a lot of Super Bowl odds before Aaron Rodgers went down. It wasn't necessarily Aaron Rodgers. That certainly helped, but they had a tremendous defense. It feels like the Eagles are just and maybe it's the Jason Kelce vibe permeating through the team, but it feels like the Eagles are just the big brother of the NFC at this point. Is my vibe of the situation. Like who is the top dog in the NFC if it's not the Eagles? Is it the 49ers?
That would be the other option. But Eagles right now reigning defending undisputed type deal.
Right. That's because that's my thought.
The Niners lost to a team they had no business losing to as well this past weekend. And I can't trust the Cowboys. They're the Cowboys.
Right.
So Eagles,
America's team.
Yeah. So Eagles. I like the fact that they're a blue and silver team with a star as their logo.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
I resonate with that.
The Eagles logo is garbage.
But well, more just shout out to high school.
No. Yeah, I knew what you were going. I just wanted to do a hot shot at. So second part of that who you got? Who you taking? Eagles Dolphins.
I'm a believe in the Dolphins.
You're a believer.
I'm gonna believe. That Tyreek Hill guy, he's really good. That Waddle guy, pretty good as well. That Achan's out for a while, unfortunately. But Mustard ain't nothing to sneeze at. I picked up the other running back they got as a fantasy replacement last week, and he did well enough for me to get my second fantasy win of the season. So, man, let's go Dolphins. It's going to be a close one, though.
Yeah, it's. I think this is near a coin flip.
Xavier Howard, I think, got injured. Who's on the Dolphins defense, so that might hurt them. If
my instinct is to lean Eagles only because they're home. And if there is a place where home field advantage is, it's often in Philadelphia.
Is this prime time? Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is the Sunday night game.
Yeah, okay. If it's a daytime game, Miami's home team advantage is a real one too, because they purposely put the foes right in the sunlight.
Ooh, right. Of course, yeah.
The enemy bench is just beamed on with sunlight while they're in the shade.
Yeah, so that's. I mean, I can only. I have a coin toss, but I'm not going to be surprised if the Dolphins come out strong.
Yeah,
because the Eagles defense has been faltering, and you're about ready to face the best offense in the league.
Yeah, you lost to the Jets. I cannot pick you over the Dolphins.
That's fair.
I wouldn't be surprised if they won, but I can't pick them.
All right, to wrap this one up, Tua or Hurts? You've got one pick right now in their career.
Who do I want?
You're starting a franchise, and they say, all right, you get to draft either Jalen Hurts off of the Eagles or you get to draft Tua off of the Dolphins.
I'm going to go with bias because I have a friend that's a Dolphins fan, and I'm going to say Tua because that's who I paid more attention to out of the two.
I love Tua, but it's been 6 weeks. It's been 6 weeks. I'm gonna vote Hurts right now.
Okay.
But if you ask me this question at the end of the season, I hope my answer would be Tua.
That's fair.
All right, so moving in on to the second topic of the day, a little bit of an MLB playoff update. Speaking of Philadelphia, we got the Philadelphia Phillies in the NFC in the National League Championship Series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The vibes are with Philly. If you see videos of the home stadium, the home games in Philly to start this series, the atmosphere is just like no other. Like no other. Philadelphia fans are already known for being raucous and loud, but then this team presents such a vibe, such a filthy fucking just working and banging home runs vibe, that this city is just rabid dogs for them. So that's been my strength. That's been the thing that I've been really looking at right now in this series. And then we have over in the American League, we have the Houston Astros facing the Texas Rangers, which feels like it's kind of been going back and forth. Texas started very strong, and we'll see where we're at on that. I don't think anyone in the country, except for the residents of Houston, want to see the Astros move on to the World Series. So let's all put our thoughts and prayers towards Texas and the city of Arlington, and hope that the Rangers make it back. They were last at the World Series famously in 2011. With the St. Louis Cardinals defeated them in 7 games.
So I'm gonna night, motherfucker.
I'll close out the MLB topic by throwing something tough at Omari. I just named all the teams. Give me your World Series winner. Houston Astros, Texas Rangers, Philadelphia Phillies, and the Arizona Diamondbacks.
You know what? I'm going with my lack of knowledge for real about these 4 teams, because baseball is not my motif at all. You know, you don't watch sports, I don't watch baseball. But if I gotta pick between those 4, I'm gonna go, speaking of 2011, I'm gonna go with the team that's got the atmosphere going with its hometown fans that are rallying up together, and it just feels right. And I'm going with the Philadelphia Phillies.
I love it. I mean, it feels that way. It feels that way. They are the team right now that are getting the moments that give you the goosebumps. It's a powerful kind of magic over there, and I'm going to say I'm right there with you. All right. We'll keep you updated as always. Next week we'll let you know what's going on.
I may not be a fanatic, but I'll be a fan this year.
So, third topic of the day. Omari is going to introduce us to maybe a new NBA superstar. Omari, you said, hey, you've been hearing about this guy? I was like,
this man needs no introduction, good sir, because they've been talking about him as if he's the replacement of he's gonna be the face. It's Victor Wembanyama, a 7'3" guy from overseas he moves like a point guard and stuff. He's got passing skills. I saw this guy dunk over a dude from outside the restricted zone because his arms are that long. He just put it in there like some fucking Michael Jordan Space Jam shit. My only concern is that he's a little skinny, and usually when you got the real tall motherfuckers that are skinny, injuries can happen.
Yeah.
But if he ends up pulling a fucking Giannis, let's say, that's going to be terrifying. I don't know. And again, it might also be terrifying for his bones, because that's a lot of muscle at that point. But the way he can move, the way he can pass, they were talking him up last year. They had like LeBron and Steph Curry going to watch his games overseas. And they were like, this kid's coming. He's on the Spurs now because, why not? They got him with Popovich. down there.
Uh-huh.
And let's see, it's only been the preseason so far. I pulled up the stats for his preseason games so far. They've only had like 3 of them as of this recording. First game, he's like 15 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. That's not too bad for a first game. Second game, he was 22 points with 7. Oh, sorry. No, second one was 23 points, 4 and 4. So he's already scoring more. Then he had 22, 7 and 2, 22 points with 7 rebounds, and then 19 and 7 and 4. So he's getting assists, he's getting points, he's getting about 20 points on average. He's getting, 6 or so rebounds on average, and he's still getting like 3 or 4 assists on average. And this is preseason. He's coming in as a rookie.
Right.
Years before what is considered prime. We in the sports fandom are bound for hyperbole, but there are already people that are preemptively saying, if healthy, they're crowning him as. I saw one person crown him as the end to the Michael Jordan versus LeBron debate.
Oh, geez. Okay.
I'm like, it's way too early to say that.
Someone really wanted to get early on.
It's way too early for that. They're like, he was handcrafted by God to solely end the Michael Jordan versus LeBron debates by lapping both of them. I'm like, he's had 3 preseason games. Calm down. That said, he's scary. And he's gonna be if healthy and all things going. I don't know if he's gonna end the Michael Jordan versus LeBron debate, but damn it, he's gonna be talked about.
Yeah, I'm watching the highlight package of him for the first time, and he's a little scary skinny, but he doesn't move awkward at all. Usually when you got those 7-footers that are skinny, their movements are super gangly and looks like looks like there's a little person in there controlling them by stilts or something sometimes.
Exactly.
But this dude is moving free and easy. Really, really quick step.
If he puts on a little muscle, he's gonna be.
No, yeah, he's still in his baby weight. Like this kid still is gonna grow into be a man.
Imagine this motherfucker being a Shaq. Now Shaq was already kind of big coming in, but still.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that body can be a Shaq, but
Shaq was 7'2" or 7'1".
Right, but yeah, just like his
the way his limbs and
stuff.
Yeah,
he was born a lot meatier than this kid was born.
I also agree. That's what I'm saying. Shaq was big coming in though.
But yeah.
Even if he gets like halfway there, he's got some fucking muscle on him and he's coming at you. And like if he gets, let's say, like a LeBron build.
Pray for this boy's knees.
Yeah.
Pray for this guy's
everybody's knees.
Well, say the name again. We got Victor
Wembanyama.
Victor Wembanyama.
Yes.
All right. So that's going to do it for our 3 topics of the week. We had the Miami-Philadelphia game of the week. Omari and I kind of split back and forth on that one a little bit. It's very important to both teams for different reasons. We're going to go ahead and lean Miami, but either one of us could maybe go Philadelphia on a bet towards it. And Omari's going to pick Tua, and I'm going to pick Jalen in the QB draft. So we basically went straight up opposites. MLB playoffs: Philadelphia Phillies, Arizona Diamondbacks,
Oaktown Philly,
Houston Astros, Texas Rangers. It's feeling like Philly's year. Will it be? Tune in next week to keep you updated. And third one, Victor Wembanyama. Playing for the Spurs, could be the next LeBron plus Michael Jordan plus new category. Omari says so.
I do not. Omari says somebody else said.
Anything else in the sports world you want the people to know, Omari?
I have something. We mentioned it on this show that the FGC or fighting games or video games in general can't be considered sports.
Yeah.
And the fighting game community lost a legend from the past and who was also a good content creator. One Ari Weintraub, known as Flo. He was mainly known most recently for like his stuff in Street Fighter 4. He was consistently in a lot of top 8 said top tournaments and stuff, part of Team Evil Geniuses, good friends with Justin Wong, if you've ever heard of him. I've been a fan of him for a long time. I met him at Evo 2019, even got a picture with him. Very chill guy. No one in the FGC has anything bad to say about the man, but he passed away this week. And I just want to say RIP, rest in peace to Flo.
Absolutely. Rest in peace
hours
to
of
Flo.
entertainment to many. And as an entertainer, what else can you really say? Like, obviously, I value that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Love and peace to his friends and family.
Fellow October person,
and
too.
the fighting game community who's mourning the loss of a legend this week.
Yep.
That wraps us up here. Where do the people need to find you there, Omari?
Well, obviously, they can find us here on this channel. We got this show every Saturday. We also have a show called This Guy Hasn't Seen that we have new episodes every week, every Tuesday, where we talk about movies, TV shows, what have you. We just trade things back and forth. It's real fun. You can also find me on the Whatever We Want podcast. I do it with a good friend of mine, good friend of the show, Super Jazz.
Super Jazz.
That's right. Ibn's last week. Jazz is his brother. Jazz and I, we talk about just that, whatever we want. You know what I'm saying? I also have a Twitter and Twitch.
Sometimes you have on whoever you want.
Haha, including this gentleman right here.
Really handsome guy appeared on last week's episode.
Yep.
Everybody should go back and check it out.
Because I appear on every episode.
No, I was referring to the guy who brings the views.
Yeah, you're right.
This mug.
Hey. The stats is out there, folks. Anyhow, yeah, I have a Twitter and Twitch, Giotavi, Giotavi. Come on in, stop on by. Bill, you got anything you want to say?
Nah, man, we're good. Peace and love. Enjoy your sports out there, or don't, or talk sports, or don't. We love you. Bye.
Adios.